Alright, in the player 1 position, we have Sparky in the blue playing as Vesper. Up against Rasposo playing as Sedge in the orange. And this is Violent Mist, so this is an early Fog of War map for Wargroove 1. And it has been updated for Wargroove 2. There are a number of lumber mills that have been added, as you can see across the center. But generally speaking, the map I think is very similar.
Yeah, Vesper is going to the other direction than what like the map tends wants you to do.
Yeah, going.
And there is like a building on this map, the Watchtower, which is uh has very niche uses for healing, let's say, but it also provides a lot of vision.
Yeah, I think that that's the primary purpose of it, right?
Yep. So yeah, I mean, Sedge could have kept that watchtower and spotted Vesper's irregular route right now.
Yeah.
It looks like Vesper's actually gonna yoink it, and Sedge can't see that yet.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good point. And yeah, like, all of a sudden, Sparky has vision of basically the entire center of the map. And ooh,
Yep, and there we go. Sedge thought he was gonna capture this. I wonder if there's like a way to just kill the commander here with an opening.
I think if the sword was in range to sword crit, there would absolutely be a kill condition, because yeah, Sedge is on the beach. Oh, if that sword was close by.
Yeah, but it's a very all-in strat if you try to go for that, because you have to have a sword not capturing anything for a while.
Yeah. Oh, that's...
It might decap.
Yeah, it'll decap,
there
but I would have ran back and healed. And taken the W.
This is still the opening. Yeah, there's no way the enemy will have the units there to kill you, right?
I see one sword in range right now.
There's no way, right?
I think actually Vesper's okay, and I think Rasposo even realizes that. Like they can't kill Vesper. So they're just gonna capture a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Also, Rasposo doesn't have any vision on like what's behind Vesper, but Vesper has vision on what's behind Sedge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like they
With
have
the
all of,
watchtower.
yeah, these watchtowers are doing so much work right now. And this is actually a really interesting dynamic of like Sparky just has a ton of vision and they're able to like play very safely around it.
I think I count Rasposo has 1 or 2 villages more. Yeah, along the edges especially.
Okay, well, if I'm Rasposo, I need to decap this watchtower, and I think that's exactly what they're going to go for.
And here you can capture it and like kind of sacrifice one sword. Like probably the sword will probably die, but you get a bunch of vision before it does.
Yeah, it's like it is actually worth it in fog sometimes to just sack one unit so that you know what's going on. Ooh. And Sparky.
No vision over there.
Yep. And are they actually going to try and go for the recapture? No, they're just going to go for the slumber mill.
But that's kind of dangerous because like your opponent has vision but on you, but you don't. That's not the situation you want to be in, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're very confident you're gonna win this fight.
Oh, wow. All of those lumber mills getting used all at once there. Was it a beautiful sound? Okay. Knight comes in, lands the crit. And, I mean, Rasposo knows exactly what army they're up against, but...
Yeah, pretty late air trooper actually. A very aggressive Sedge. I think the watchtower can also kind of bait you into thinking you have a lot of vision and going forward into areas where you actually don't have vision.
Yeah, that's true. But I think if you see that much army in the south, you're pretty
Yeah,
confident that
I mean, it is just a bunch of swords, right?
yeah. Okay, Vesper knocks that watchtower down, goes for the capture themselves. Oh, gets surprised by that village. And I think, oh, yeah, they're going to go in, they're going to knock that dog down. That's a huge part of, like, the available vision here, so...
Yep. Also, like, flip the watchtower, so vision is back in their favor. Although, Rasposo has another dog, so...
Yeah, they do have a couple, but...
Now, this rifle is something that Rasposo can potentially have the hints to, like, know there is. I believe they don't do the same sound as thieves.
Yeah, you have to have,
So
like, a very good
if
ear
you're
for that, though.
listening every turn to how many builds your opponent's doing, and then you count they have, like, you know, too many for the barracks, then you can guess that they built hideout units. So Raspo, but like, you have to be very paying attention, and in async especially, you would basically have to take notes.
I wonder what we're going to see come out here. Ooh, it's the village. And Sparky just going to move forward a bit, do some damage. Gonna go, ooh, this is a bit scary.
Yep, that's I mean, I guess Sparky has that forward sword to kind of scout. He probably knows that there isn't any dog crit.
Yeah, yeah, they have like essentially perfect
It is
information
still
of their
three
opponent.
sides open with like a
One
beach next to your
suicide,
commander.
yeah. I think the hit on Sedge was very necessary. Oh, there's a
and there's a
witch.
witch.
Oh, that does change things quite a bit.
But there aren't like any dogs to take advantage of the dog crit. And looks like Rasposo is not gonna go for it.
Yeah, they have banked up a second witch though. I wonder if they're gonna go for a third.
Yeah, and this is a strategy that is sometimes used in fog. And funny enough, with like lumber mills, you can save up money on the map instead of in the bank, and you can. And since like it doesn't actually cost money when the trees are still growing, it's way easier to save up money for like hex strats. So lumber mills are really good if you're trying to go for some witch ambushes.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
I
I don't think Sparky really expects it moving this aggressively with Vesper.
yeah, I would have liked to have seen a mage heal, honestly. Because
I mean,
now,
it's mostly like there's the knight is probably
oh yeah, Night Suicide comes out. Like you know, this is gonna
yeah,
be.
that's it's a pretty good sign that something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You can actually kind of scout with the witch hex by like hexing into the fog, and if you hear extra units being hexed, then you know.
Yeah, but this is lethal, and
Yep.
unfortunately, yeah, actually, as I said earlier, if the mage had healed, actually Vesper would have lived. So, and I think actually having one unit behind to block as well. So yeah, just a couple of small blunders there by Sparky at the end. It's just
Yeah, And I think in fog you kind of have to listen out for witches, and you can hear them moving in the fog during your opponent's turn.
Yeah,
Probably something you have to watch out for. Is like, do you hear any witches? And if you do, well, you gotta be careful.
very true. I mean, it is unfortunate. I personally think there should be subtitles for unit movement, especially in fog, because if you aren't able to play with sound or you have some kind of hearing issue, I think that would it gives like certain advantages, and there's like some accessibility issues there that I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to fog. In this case, I think you just dump a mage heal on your commander though, so you're always at 100%, and it's just
Well,
worth
I
it.
think like covering the backside is probably more important than the mage shield.
True, but you know, both probably would have made sense.
Or also just not going that deep with Vesper when you have no vision.
True. I mean, yeah, actually, because there could have been a third witch, like that harpy could have been a witch, and that would have been in range. And but yeah, I think you're right. Like you don't go that deep without having a strong formation. You play like a kind of slower game, and I think Sparky themselves said on Discord like they played a bit too over aggressive. But this was a good game. I actually really enjoyed it. I think up until that moment, Sparky was doing well, and it could have gone either way. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, there wasn't a huge amount of vision on both players' sides, which also didn't help. Like there wasn't a lot of dogs on the front lines, which you kind of need. You need like some kind of unit to give vision. Witches are another one of those. They actually give a lot of vision too.
Yep. Although you don't really want to buy witches just for vision, because like if you have a witch in front trying to scout, then might just die.
True, but
And it's expensive, so yeah.
also true. But I mean, they are quite nice for threatening, and you can throw them in forests, and they can hide there, which is quite useful too. And they have like more base vision than dogs do, I believe.
I think it's 3 as well.
I thought it was 4, but anyway, they are like another scouting option, if nothing else. But you know, dogs are king. You want dogs. You want dogs on these mountains, so you can kind of see what's going on. And, yeah, but anyway, well played to Rasposo for recognizing a lethal opportunity, for building witches ahead of time. This is definitely something we're going to see more in fog. So
It's also something you can, like Rasposo maybe saw how aggressive Sparky was with their commander and thought, I can probably lethal them at some point.
yeah, very true. Well played. We're going to go into the next game.